Hello everybody, it is once again your host with the most, Manny. In today's death battle we have Kirby versus Majin Buu. You guys know how I do my death battles, 5 categories: strength, speed, skill/techniques, durability, and energy. So without further ado, let's start getting into both characters, beginning with Kirby.
Kirby!
First appearing in Kirby's Dream Land for the original Game Boy in 1992, Kirby was created by Masahiro Sakurai at the age of 19. If that name sounds familiar, well, it should, because Sakurai is the director of the entire Super Smash Bros. Franchise, so it's unsurprising that Kirby gets this much love in the series. Kirby is known for his great ability to suck. And by suck, I obviously mean inhale. He can inhale objects and enemies and fire them back out as stars. Additionally, Kirby is able to inhale items, just like he can in his games. But you know where I'm really going with this. When inhaling enemies, Kirby can press the down button in order to copy their powers. This can be seen in Smash Bros. Via his standard special, where Kirby can either spit opponents out as stars, or he can copy their standard special. Now, you might be thinking, well, yeah, Drake, Kirby being able to copy opponents' powers is common knowledge, and sure, it is. But did you know this mechanic wasn't introduced until the second game of the Kirby series? That's right, we did not see copy abilities until Kirby's Adventure for the NES in 1993. Ordinarily, Kirby can only use one copy ability at a time, but in Smash Bros, he brings a bunch to the table. From the fighter ability that first appeared in Kirby Superstar, we get his standard attack, the Vulcan Jab, as well as his side smash, the Smash Kick. There's also Kirby's down special that lets him perform the stone ability, but let's be honest, you guys want to know about Kirby's other stone forms. These were introduced in Melee for Super Smash Bros. And Kirby Superstar for the Kirby series. In Smash Bros, there's the standard stone Kirby, a spiked ball, a 100-ton weight, which is a massive upgrade to the 8-ton weight that Kirby can transform into in Kirby Superstar, a flaunt from the Mario series, and, oddly enough, a garbage flaunt from Pamela. If this scheme looks familiar, that's because it was localized under the name Tetris Attack, and this block was even changed. What's even more interesting to note, though, is that for a while, Kirby only transformed into Thwomp from the N64 era. This was changed in the latest Smash Bros, where he turns into the more iconic version of Thwomps. Regardless of what object he is, Kirby is immune to damage and knockback when in stone form, again, just like in the Kirby series. We've also got Kirby's up special, the Final Cutter. This attack is usually associated with the Cutter ability, but has also been seen as a part of the Sword ability. Kirby's side special is the Hammer Flip. This isn't how the move normally worked when it first appeared in Kirby's Adventure, but this move comes from the Hammer's expanded moveset from Kirby Superstar. In it, you can either use the Hammer Flip normally, or charge it to a fiery smash. Oddly enough, we didn't get a chargeable Hammer Flip until the latest incarnation of Smash. Additionally, Kirby has always been able to swing the hammer around in midair, so naturally we get the same thing in Melee, but in Brawl, Kirby's midair swing is more reminiscent to his Hammer Dash attack from Kirby Superstar. Every single one of these attacks makes a return appearance as one single ability called Smash in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror by inhaling Master Hand, or in Kirby's Dream Collection. Heck, they even throw in Kirby's Neutral Aerial in there even though it's an original attack from the Smash series. If you don't want to copy any of your opponent's powers, you can always just switch out Kirby's Inhale to the Freeze ability. Kirby's Dash attack has gone through a bunch of changes. In the original N64 version, we get this Belly Flop, but that was changed to the Fireball ability in Melee. We first see this ability in Kirby's Adventure, but it was renamed Burning in all future installments. Lately though, this ability was dropped and wrapped into the Fire Copy ability. Similarly, in Brawl on Forward, Kirby's dash attack was changed to the Yo-Yo Break attack from the Kirby Superstar exclusive Yo-Yo ability. For throws, some moves come from the Backdrop and Suplex abilities. The Backdrop first appeared in Kirby's Adventure, but was wrapped into Suplex later on. Kirby's forward and back throws both originate from Backdrop Kirby, while his down throw, the Fury Stomp, and his Pummel both originate from Suplex Kirby. And finally, his up throw is the Airdrop from Ninja Kirby in Superstar, or Fighter from Squeak Squad. But now it's time for what you guys have been waiting for. His final smash. In Brawl, the Pink Puffball turns into Cook Kirby and pulls in every opponent and item near him to deal massive damage and spawn new items. This even works on projectile attacks, assist trophies, and even Pokeball Pokemon. Now, here's one last little tidbit about the Cook ability. Do you see the fork and spoon symbol on the pot? This design wasn't seen in a Kirby game until Kirby Superstar Ultra, which released almost 7 months after Brawl initially came out. Unfortunately though, this was replaced by the gigantic Ultra Sword ability from Kirby's Return to Dreamland in the latest incarnation of Smash. Yep. There's not much else to say about it. So, this whole time we've been talking about Kirby's copy abilities, but there's way more to his design than just his moveset. For example, his taunts. In the Kirby games, Kirby can get rid of a copy ability at any time, and same goes for Smash Bros. Via his taunts. His up taunt is a famous Kirby dance that you see when defeating enemies, or clearing levels. The dance that he does here, though, seems to closely resemble the one that he does when getting 5th place in the bonus game from Kirby's Adventure. Kirby's side taunt comes from his character select animation from the original Smash Bros. And finally, we have his downtime, the infamous It doesn't originate from a game, but it was worked into Kirby 64 when defeating a boss. This is over a year after the original Smash's release. But taunting isn't the only way to get rid of Kirby's copy abilities. In the Kirby game, if Kirby is damaged enough, his copy ability will just fly on out of it. So if you're fighting against a Kirby player and his copy ability is giving you way too many problems, just beat it out of him. So that covers Kirby's attacks and taunts, but there's still some minor details in Kirby's design that harken back to his games. Obviously, there's his multiple jumps that makes Kirby tied with Jigglypuff for the most consecutive jumps in Smash history. His sleeping animation comes from his useless sleep ability. Kirby's Edge Teeter was brought over to Kirby 64 and even used the exact same sound effects, and Kirby's pose when using a shield is reminiscent of his guard stance in Kirby Superstar. So that was a lot about Kirby.
Let's start with the original Majin Buu that we see in the series. He has been commonly referred to by fans as, of course, Majin Buu, which is his real name, Fat Buu, and Mr. Buu, which is completely incorrect because Majin Buu is not a Jin. Majin Buu directly translates to Demon Man Buu. The suffix Jin in Japanese refers to people of. So essentially his name is Demon Person Buu, or Demon Man Buu, it's however you want to state it. Majin Buu is not some kind of evil genie, he's just a demon. I do find it a bit of a head scratcher though that Funimation would translate Saiyajin as Saiyan and Namek Seijin as Namekian, but for Majin, which is essentially the same suffix with the same representation of the word, they just kept it as Majin rather than Ma Person or Demon Buu or anything like that. But you know what? It's cool because Majin Buu is a cool name. Then we have the Buu that leaves Fat Buu's body in Dragon Ball Z episode 255. This Buu is commonly referred to as Evil Buu or Skinny Buu or Gray Buu. Those are all, of course, essentially fan names, although Evil Buu is rooted in the actual name of the character. This Buu, which is essentially the pure concentrated evil that was inside of Majin Buu, is known as Majin Buu Junsuyaku, which translates to Majin Buu Pure Evil or Pure Evil Majin Buu. What's interesting to me is that in some of my old fan sub tapes from the 90s, they actually refer to Kid Buu as Pure Evil Buu. And so if you go back and you look through the archives of the internet, you may find the Kid Buu saga being labeled the Pure Evil Buu saga or the True Evil Buu saga, but that's not the case. Pure Evil Buu is this Buu. Moving on, we then have Super Buu. Now, what's fascinating about Super Buu is that Super Buu is a name that Funimation adopted from Japan, but not from Toei. Of course, his actual name is Majin Buuaku, which translates to Majin Buu Evil, or Evil Majin Buu. He's not pure evil like Gray Buu, he's evil in the sense that the Evil Buu consumed Fat Buu and made Majin Buuaku. I find it very funny though that Funimation, as well as a lot of the fans, adopted the Super Buu name, not just from the fan base of the previous generation, but from a Dragon Ball Z video game. It's not official Toei. Then there's Buu's final form, and the form, or at least the final form that we see in the series, which is Kid Buu. Kid Buu has been known throughout the years as Kid Buu, Pure Evil Buu, Dark Buu, True Buu. The name Kid Buu, although Funimation has adopted it as an official name, is 100% fan-made. It is a fan-made term. Majin Buu Junsui, aka Pure Majin Buu, is the actual name of that form because it is the purest original form of Majin Buu, as you know when you watch the series. So, hopefully with this video I have shed some light on the origins of some of these names and maybe made you smirk a bit at the fact that fan-made names have actually become official merchandise names. To me, it's very interesting that the fans can actually be that strong to have that kind of an impact.
Okay, so there's two types of strength here that I'm going to be analyzing. There's lifting strength and there's striking power, and we will begin with Kirby. Now, Kirby has been shown lifting and throwing a monster just around 3.5 tons all the way to the sun and back. Kirby also threw this monster around Mach 73, which is around 56,010 miles per hour. This will result in measuring the kilogram meters per second of the 3.5 ton monster and the rate that this monster was thrown by,
which shows that Kirby can lift roughly around 90,000 tons.
Kirby's striking power measured up to be 201 megatons. Now, some say Kirby destroyed Nova, who is a planet-sized character, but I had debunked this feat, for Kirby fought a character called Marx, and by damaging Marx, Marx lost control, flew upwards, and crashed into Nova. So Kirby had nothing to do with the destruction of Nova. Now let's look at Majin Buu. Goku in his base form lifted the Kachin Cube, which is the hardest metal in the Dragon Ball Z universe, weighing in just around 3.05 trillion tons. Some people find this feat skeptical, so let's look at Dragon Ball Super. On King Kai's planet, which has 10 times Earth's gravity, Goku in his base form lifted 44.4 million tons when lifting a set of weights, assuming that these weights are made of iron because that's what weights are usually made of. So by using the Super Saiyan multipliers all the way to Super Saiyan 3 and seeing how Majin Buu is on par with Goku, both Goku and Majin Buu should logically be able to lift 17,760,000,000 tons. Keep this in mind. In Dragon Ball Super, Goku dragged several more sets of these weights, so 17 billion tons is lowballing Majin Buu's lifting strength. Now let's compare Majin Buu's striking power to Goku when Goku had punched a hole through King Kai's planet within Battle of Gods. The majority of people on Comic Vine agreed that King Kai's planet is 10 times more dense than Earth. It takes 53 quadrillion megatons to destroy Earth, but Goku only punched a hole through King Kai's planet. Thus, Goku destroyed roughly around 1/3 of the planet itself. So our equation would be this. It takes 53 quadrillion megatons to destroy Earth. Times that by 10 due to King Kai's planet's density, and divide that by 3 because Goku only destroyed 1/3 of the planet, so our overall answer would be 1.7 quadrillion megatons of striking power that both Goku and Majin Buu can unleash. So when it comes to strength, this easily goes to Majin Buu. Now when it comes to the terms of speed, there is travel speed and there's combat speed, and we will once again begin with Kirby. Now Kirby's Warp Star allows Kirby to move faster than light. There has been quite a few misconceptions about Kirby's travel speed on his Warp Star. Some people say that Kirby flew through a galaxy in seconds. This isn't an outright lie. Kirby flew to a level, and within that same level he was on, the supposed galaxy that he apparently flew through was in the background. And even on a Naruto forum, the person who calculated the feat even admitted that this feat was already debunked. So Kirby never flew through a galaxy, not even close. There has been no actual travel speed feat while Kirby was on his Warp Star, but some people say Kirby's Warp Star moves at warp speed, so I guess we can go with that. Now, warp speed travels at 701,748,755 miles per hour, or approximately 1.4 times faster than that of the speed of light. As for Kirby's physical travel speed, the best feat that we've gotten was that Kirby ran on water, which would require that Kirby would have to run up to 30 meters per second or 67 miles per hour. As for Kirby's combat speed, Kirby has shown to combat around that of the speed of sound due to his Vulcan jabs, as we can clearly see here. So some say Kirby can combat at faster than light speeds if he's on his Warp Star. This makes no sense, for Kirby's Warp Star is just his primary mode of transportation. Now let's look at Majin Buu. Majin Buu will be compared to Gotenks within this scenario. Now Gotenks circled the Earth at least a dozen times in one panel, and one panel represents one moment, 1 second, or possibly few seconds. Light can circle around the Earth's equator at least several times. Some like to say that he was flying around a half an hour because he separated when he came to Buu. But even this was explained in the next page, where he said that he took a nap as he was waiting for Piccolo, thus concluding Gotenks circled around the Earth over a dozen times in just a few seconds. Majin Buu's travel speed is difficult to pinpoint, but he's easily over several times faster than that of the speed of light. Buu also has instant transmission. This technique allows him to travel around the universe instantaneously. Now let's look at Buu's combat speed by comparing it to Dragon Ball Z characters who have been, slower than he was. Kid Goku in the martial arts tournament was fast enough to disappear. Kid Goku can dodge bullets and lasers. Kid Goku trained to be faster than lightning. Kid Goku caught one of the Dragon Balls before they all scattered away. Kid Goku out-dodged a solar flare, which is literally a flash of light. Teen Goku was moving so fast that Kami himself could not see him. In Dragon Ball Z, Raditz was so fast that both Goku and Piccolo couldn't even react to him. Raditz dodged Piccolo's special beam cannon at point-blank range, and Piccolo's energy attacks traveled just under light speed, for Piccolo destroyed the moon with an energy wave in just a few seconds. After Goku's training with King Kai, Nappa couldn't even touch Goku, and Raditz is a weakling compared to Nappa. In the Frieza saga, Recoome couldn't even touch Goku, and Recoome was on a higher level than both Nappa and Vegeta. Burter and Jace were outclassed in combat speed compared to the Frieza Saga Goku, who were on a higher level than that of Nappa, Vegeta, and Recoome. Frieza catches Goku with a paralyzing light energy ball and detonated it, but Goku outran the explosion and the light that followed after it. So after seeing all these different things, imagine what Buu is really capable of. Majin Buu can physically travel faster than Kirby, even if he's on his Warp Star. And Majin Buu can easily outmaneuver Kirby when it comes to combat speed. So as of right now, speed goes to Majin Buu. Now let's look at skills and techniques, and we'll begin with Kirby. Now Kirby can inhale people and redirect some attacks. Kirby can swallow enemies and shoot them out as little stars, but some opponents that are durable enough can handle the crash when the star makes contact to anything with matter. They'll just fall out with little damage. Kirby can use fire, ice, hammers. He has a star rod that he acquires from eating the Warp Star. Kirby can float like a balloon. Kirby can turn himself into either stone, gold, or metal for defensive purposes. Kirby has positive energy projectiles. Kirby can make 10 copies of himself. Kirby can shoot lightning, throw bombs, boomerangs, and slices enemies up with swords, and all of these abilities can be acquired without absorbing anybody, for Kirby in Milky Way Wishes has done these without absorbing any type of victim. So Kirby can pretty much do all this without having to absorb people. And also Kirby's a martial artist. Lastly, we have the Hypernova. After eating this thing called the Miracle Fruit, he undergoes a temporary transformation. The many feats Kirby performed with his Hypernova are inhaling a large tree, a wrecking ball, a missile, a snowman's head, a giant scroll, and a train. Some people say Hypernova is equivalent to a black hole, but unless I see him swallowing planets and stars, those claims will remain hyperbole. Some say Kirby is universal for swallowing Master Hand. To that I say, Master Hand within this fight is considered outside help, because Kirby, even in Milky Way Wishes, was never depicted as being able to acquire those types of abilities. Alright, now let's look at Majin Buu. Majin Buu, just like any other Dragon Ball Z character, has the ability to use ki attacks such as his Ki Blast and all types of different energy waves, such as his Mouth Blast, Vanishing Beam, and Vaporize attack. He has an attack called Innocence Express, where he literally runs extremely fast to the point where he destroys entire cities. He has his Ki Shields, which he again uses for defensive purposes. Majin Buu is a very fast learner and can copy attacks by watching his opponent. This was how he was able to learn both the Kamehameha and the instant transmission. Buu also has the ability to heal people. He has his famous chocolate beam, where he can turn people and objects around him into food and eat them. Flame shower breath, which once again can destroy entire cities. Angry explosion, which can destroy vast areas. Majin Buu also has full control of his body, where he can shapeshift and manipulate his body into whatever he wants. Majin Buu can regenerate from vapor, which is basically gas. Majin Buu has telekinesis, which he was capable enough to send 1,000 people into the air with just his mind. Kirby is 8 inches tall and weighs next to nothing, so if Majin Buu really wanted to, he can just telekinetically paralyze Kirby in an instant. Majin Buu has a technique called Vice Shout or Dimension Scream, where he can literally rip through the dimensional barriers. So if Kirby somehow ate Majin Buu can just simply yell his way out. That, or just use instant transmission. Majin Buu also has his Death Ball, which he can use to destroy the planet at least 10 times over. So Kirby obviously has more skills and techniques, but none of them are effective. Some say Kirby outclasses Majin Buu in hand-to-hand combat, but Goku was also a martial arts genius, and Buu had him on his toes. Majin Buu's fighting style is unorthodox and just completely unpredictable. It's ridiculous. So when it comes to skills/techniques, Majin Buu's skill set is just more effective. Now let's look at Kirby's durability. Kirby has survived from being crushed by hundreds of thousands of tons. Now some say that Kirby tanked a planet-busting explosion from Popstar, but this is just false all around. Kirby was falling downwards towards the expanding force that was on Popstar, and two of his friends came in just in time to catch him before he made contact to the explosion. Also, by looking at the planet after the explosion, the planet suffered no type of physical harm whatsoever. So Kirby doesn't show any type of planetarial plus durability. Now let's look at Boo's durability. Majin Buu has taken hits head on from people who can destroy planets, stars, and entire solar systems. And this is just a fact, such as people from Goku, Vegeta, Ultimate Gohan, Piccolo, Gotenks. In Battle of Gods and in Dragon Ball Super, Majin Buu took hits from Beerus the God of Destruction. That's just ridiculous. Majin Buu deflected Goku's Spirit Bomb, which was filled of a universal amount of positive ki. So when it comes to durability, this is just once again no contest. And the final category, which is energy. The greatest destructive energy output Kirby has shown was when he destroyed 1/4 of the moon. But in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, Piccolo destroyed the entire moon. Hell, even in Dragon Ball, Master Roshi destroyed the entire moon as well. So imagine all the way to the Buu Saga, and imagine what Majin Buu can do. Easily, at lowballing it to the fullest extent, Majin Buu is easily a multi-solar system buster. So there you have it. 5 out of 5 categories go straight to Majin Buu. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.